What's going on, guys? Well, Chelsea back again with another video for you guys. I hope you're all having a lovely day / evening, especially after last night. Chelsea unfortunately lost 1-0 against Everton away from home at Goodison Park. Some very good team we always lose against recently. I don't know why. Hopefully we can fix that in the long run. But just a quick reminder, it is not a sprint, it's a marathon. There are so many games. We're unbeaten for 17 games. We can't win every single game. We'll bounce back 100%, okay? So trust me, support the players, support Frank Lampard, and stop being negative, man. Even me, I was trying to be as positive as possible yesterday. So hopefully you guys can be the same. In this video here, we're going to be discussing about all the latest Chelsea news in the last 24 hours. So guys, if you enjoy my content, you want to help me out, smash the like button. The more likes, the more helps to this channel. Subscribe if you're new here, hit the notification, tune in daily, and make sure you comment down below your thoughts and opinions on each topic I speak. I just want to say that even though Chelsea lost, Tottenham actually dropped points as well. They drew against Crystal Palace. They extended the run from Chelsea by 1 point. However, they play Liverpool at Anfield on Wednesday, which is a massive game. If they were to lose that and Chelsea were to win against Wolves on Tuesday, one day before, we go ahead of them as well. So it's not end of the world really that we lost against Everton. We can still bounce back. As I said, there's so many games to go, and Liverpool are currently playing against Fulham. I know you guys are probably thinking, whilst I'm recording this, Fulham, please turn up. I don't know if they're going to turn up. I don't know if they can at least get a draw. They are at home, I believe, so hopefully we can get some points off Liverpool for sure. Every neutral fan is going to be supporting Fulham tonight, so hopefully they get it, but don't count on it, trust me. Some news from Liam Toomey, of course. He said that Petr Cech, or he reported that Petr Cech will be featuring in the Chelsea development squad tomorrow, which is on Monday as well. I don't know if he's going to be a Mendy replacement or anything. No, I'm joking, of course. He's keeping his fitness up, making sure he's up to date just in case if he's needed for the Chelsea squad. We don't know what's going to happen in this pandemic. People can get ill left, right, centre, and they won't be 100%. They can't play, of course, so maybe Petr Cech might be needed later on in the season, of course. So that's going to be one special moment, of course. If he touch his foot as a Chelsea goalkeeper again after all these years, decades and stuff, it'll be quite good. Obviously not going to be as good, but it'll be good to see Petr Cech back in goal. Like, he's a fantastic guy. For me, he's the best goalkeeper of all time in the Premier League era, one of the best goalkeepers of all time as well in the world, in my opinion. Peter Schmeichel, question marks, of course. Two different eras, Peter Schmeichel, Petr Cech. They both dominated their eras, of course, but that's another day, another argument. Now, let's talk about Christian Pulisic. Now, to all the people, to remind everyone again, like my preview, I said Pulisic injured, question mark. You guys were slating me, you know, talking about, what are you talking about? You don't know nothing. Pulisic will be playing, blah, blah, blah. The guy was not even in the squad, okay? Now, Athletic have spoken about his mentality to get back on the pitch. He's raring to go every single time. But they know, Chelsea know, his injury record has not been perfect, okay? They want to help him out in the long run. They don't want to rush him back, okay? We've seen what's happened to Loftus-Cheek. When he gets injured, he comes back very, very quickly, and he gets injured again even longer. So what they want to do is they want to look after him a lot. So when he first came, Lampard did not play him for 2 months to try and help his muscles get a lot stronger and train nicer rather than, you know, risking it and trying to get injured again. So that's what's being said right now. The club soon became aware of how fragile his leg is. Of course, there was a reason why Lampard didn't sign for almost 2 months. Chelsea have been looking to build strength in certain muscles to try and help Pulisic's problems in the long run, which is very, very complicated right now. So we could see him feature against Wolves, of course, but don't expect him to start. Okay, he could start, he could come off earlier, he could be coming off the bench and, you know, replacing players. And this is, you know, something that leads to my next point. We definitely need a fourth winger. Now, last season we were discussing about how many wingers we needed. When I mentioned about 4 or 5, many people asked, do we really need that many? No one knew about the pandemic, of course, but now we have a pandemic. We have players that are getting injured left, right, centre. Hudson-Odoi, Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic. We need a winger because players like Havertz and Timo Werner are getting slated in this team right now, and it's not their fault because they're trying to adapt to this league. They can play out position, they can play left wing, right wing and stuff. I totally get that. I've been crying about these guys being able to adapt to different positions, but they are not used to the league yet. They are not used to the league. They need time. I told you guys, Havertz, he just came up from COVID symptoms, man. He's not going to be 100%, yet he's still ready to play for us on the right wing. Put some respect on these guys' names, man. Seriously, like, we're slating these guys for not being perfect and not, you know, turning up after 17 match unbeaten. 3 years ago, you didn't know Chelsea would be this good, okay? We conceded goals left, right, centre. We weren't being able to defend. We're not able to score goals. And now we do all of that and we're doing really, really well. one bad game and you guys get onto these guys. Come on, man. Come on. Look, trust me, I'm usually the one that's negative on certain players, but I'm thinking long term. Sometimes you got to take L's to make sure you bounce back and you keep that mentality up there. You know what I mean? So, trust me, Havertz, Timo Werner will come back stronger, but they need to be playing in the right position. But we cannot do that if our wingers are currently injured. We need another winger. Now, I'm not sure what wingers are available right now in January window that we can get realistically. Like, I don't think there's anyone out there that we can get. Now, Ryan Fraser was the only one on free transfer that we could have got last year. That's the only guy I can think of. Let me know in the comments down below who you want to see, because my number one target was Ben Rafmar, who has gone to West Ham, of course. I believe it was on loan anyway. So, worrying times in terms of the winger position, because without the wingers, the way we were playing, it was just lack of service. Giroud ineffective, Timo Werner ineffective, he had to come deep. Havertz ineffective, and it just wasn't looking right. I don't know why Havertz and Mount didn't trade places sometimes and allow Mount in the middle or something. That's just, you know, I feel like if the game went on for another 180 minutes, we wouldn't have scored that first goal for Chelsea. I think it was just that game where we had to take an L, and Everton done really, really well, and they turned to prime Italy, as I said, with the defending, and they just deserve the win. And Richarlison's been crying on Twitter as well. CFC Mod, I don't know if you guys follow him on Twitter. That guy had Richarlison on, he had him rattled, fam. Like, I don't know why this guy was responding to Mod, but it just shows you how powerful social media is getting, man. Like, people with followers now can attack these players, fam, which is definitely right. This guy's a crybaby, fam. This guy was crying on the pitch, a little touch, he's crying. Kovacic shouting at him. I told you guys, should have two-footed him at this rate, bro. I'm sick and tired of him and Allen the way they were playing, man. But it's good to see social media evolving. It's allowing fans to talk a lot more. Journalists are starting to interact a lot more with fans. But as I told you guys, I want YouTubers to take over, man. Look, like KSI said about Logan Paul, about him winning against Mayweather. He wants Logan Paul to win because it's big for YouTube, because it's big for creators and it'll open up doors. It's the same thing with Chelsea. Okay, all the Chelsea creators that you see, go support them, including myself. Go watch every single video, because the more you guys watch and make us bigger, the more it helps us take over this media world, man. Not just me. I don't care if I don't take over anything. I'm talking about Nini, I'm talking about George Benson, I'm talking about Eunice, son of Chelsea, Blues fans TV, Carefree Lewis, all these guys, like, if they all get bigger, you won't need to see the Sun and all this nonsense talking, you know what I mean? So that's why it's so important that YouTubers are supported in this world. So big up to all of them, of course. But yeah, like I said, it's a big statement that we need to make. We need to definitely sign a winger in January, in my opinion. It's very, very important. Now, of course, I want to remind people that Havertz in August 2019, before you guys probably even watch this guy, he had 15 games, 2 goals, 1 assist until January 2020. It took him a while to get used to the German League, of course, and make sure that he was banging in goals like he was doing just before he joined Chelsea. So give the guy some time. And that's basically everything I want to be saying, because I was thinking about it for quite a long time, recording this video at 5:15 PM UK time roughly. I'm just like, okay, Chelsea lost, you know, everyone's surprised that I'm a bit positive. On Twitter they were surprised I'm positive. But that's what I am, man. I'm deep down, I'm positive that I think about the best for the club and for the fans, for the worldwide fans, of course. But, you know, what's the point of stressing it after one loss? Like, what? I don't understand it. We're not 15th like Arsenal. Is it that bad right now? Now, I know what you guys are probably thinking. If we accept one loss like this, then we're going to get used to all these things. But I believe this team will learn from it. Reece James can hold his hand up, or hat up, or head up, that he done really, really well. He was outstanding. He deserved that win. Same with Kovacic, same with Kante, in my opinion. Everyone else, hopefully they learn from it. Ben Chilwell talking about they feel invincible, they can win every single game, they don't think they can lose. Well, we've lost since, and I know he spoke after the game saying that we'll bounce back, and that's the mentality that we need from our players that did very average in this game yesterday. They need to step up, and Ben Chilwell knows that himself. So that's why I have to respect him, I have to credit him for him coming out and saying that they need to improve. So hopefully we see that in the coming up game. Wolves on Tuesday, we win that, and it's a massive statement, and we're back in the title contenders. But like Lampard said, we're thinking too ahead about the titles. We can be up there, definitely top 3, but I'll be judging it by like January to see whether we're capable of not winning or winning the title. But guys, if you enjoy my content, help me out by smashing that like button, subscribe if you're new here, hit the notification, tune in daily, Make sure you comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Well, watch us, guys. I'm out. Peace.